This is a demonstration of the ordering process through the Trof app. On the right we have the vendor app and on the left we have the customer app. Today I'll be going through the entire flow of a customer checking out and the vendor receiving the order, processing it, and then the customer being notified that it is ready for collection or that it is to be delivered to their table via table service. So the first step is in the customer app to search for the vendor that we want to make a purchase from. So in this case I know the shop I have set up is called the Waltz Cafe, and we can see that here. So once we have the menu up, we're able to browse through the selections, and if I decided, for example, to purchase a pint of Thatcher's, as a customer I would add that to my basket, and when I was happy I was ready to check out, I'd view the basket. At this point there's the option for the customer to add a tip, which is optional. There's also the option to enter a discount code, which can be set up on the vendor app. There's an option to enter notes, and this will be passed through to the vendor. So I will put in here some notes. Just so we can show that what that looks like on the vendor perspective. And then the customer is presented with the option of either self pickup or table service. Depending on whether you have enabled both or either of these options will affect whether this option appears to the customer. So if you've only allowed customers to use table service, this option doesn't appear, but if you have both enabled, there's an option for the customer to choose. So I'm going to choose table service, and I'm going to put in here table 10. Next step is to go to the checkout. At this point I'm prompted to use Google Pay. Obviously this device is a simulated device, so I'll use a card payment instead, but Google Pay would streamline this, and the next steps would only be to authenticate yourself, and then the payment would succeed and the order would be sent, but I'll go through the card payment option. So here there's some basic information that's captured from the customer just to verify their identity. So that includes the cardholder name, the postcode, the card number, and the CVV value on the back of the card. Once these, just the expiry date as well. Once these fields are all completed, you click the button to pay. You're notified that the order has been successful, and you get a notification from the app as well. Then from the vendor perspective, when we look in the current order screen, we will see that there is a pending order that has been paid. The information here, it contains the table number, the price paid, the status of the order, and the date and time. So tapping into this, we then have the detailed order view, which gives you the access to the cooking instructions, the table number, and obviously the items purchased. Within here is also the option to refund the transaction or to print the transaction to a Bluetooth thermal printer. In this situation we're just going to accept the order to say that we have acknowledged it. So once we do that, the customer receives a notification in the customer app to tell them that their order has been accepted. The next step is to mark the order as in progress. Typically this would be once the items were being prepared, if it was food, or once a bar member or bar staff had accepted and started to work on making the drinks in the order. So marking it as in progress, again we get a notification in the customer app to keep them up to date with what's going on. And then finally, when the order is complete, we click the complete button. At this point we can then select table service or self pickup. Now here we know that the table number is present, so this is a table service order. If it was without the table number, when we chose self pickup, it just changes the message that's displayed to the customer. So in this situation we're going to click table service, and now we're told it's on the way. If we were to click the collection option, then we would be notified in the customer app that the order is ready to be picked up from the collection point in the venue. Now we've completed the order, it's disappeared from current orders, but we can find the order in the completed orders page, where we can see the same detail as before, and we still have access, should we wish, to refund or print a receipt for that order.